of the Jewish Israeli peoples, but I feel a belonging to the Palestinians, who are for me, we grew up in the same, landscape, so the smells and the voices and the sky and the colors are the same, so I feel this affinity with them. Once I was at this Israeli military checkpoint, and the soldier examined my identity card, and then he stared at me, and then he looked at my identity card again, and he said, "But you're a Jew, what you doing here?" And I was very pleased with myself for my reply. I said, "Well, you're a Jew, what are you doing here?" And then, I was even more pleased when I heard him say, "Believe me, I have no idea." Yeah, okay, so no other Israeli Jew lives here. I have a kind of obsession to get the taste and flavor of things from the inside, to know what it is when a soldier aims a gun at you, not knowing you are Israeli. To know what curfew is like at night, to know what it is to have curfew in the middle of the day all of a sudden, or when soldiers are searching the houses, going from one house to the next. I felt as an Israeli, I needed to experience it on a daily basis, not as a visitor once a week, not as a butterfly, but as someone who lives here. Life in Ramallah is the prison for Palestinians. It's fine for me. I can leave when I want to. I can go from Ramallah to Jerusalem, but my neighbors cannot do that. I can drive on roads which are for Jews and Israeli only. You see, if we wrote about it happening in South Africa during apartheid, everybody would understand. But that's not possible. So people describe what happened in Gaza in 2008 as a war, but war is the wrong word to use. I went to Gaza after the Israeli army withdrew, and I stayed for 4 months. Being there, of course, you learn a lot. And my first impression when I entered Gaza was, this had been a huge training ground for the soldiers, but with live ammunition. And this, by the way, is what the organization Breaking the Silence noticed when they spoke to the Israeli soldiers afterwards. They were trying out all the most sophisticated, almost science fiction weaponry that Israel has, against what I see is like Native Americans with their arrows. I know it's not very politically correct to say that, but if I'm asked to make a comparison, then this is it. That's why I cannot use the word war.